I don't know if it does that. I don't know if it lets me do that. Maybe I can't do that. We'll try to do this. Kind of doing this on the fly. About to go into my part-time job, but I figured before I do that, I'm up till 2 o'clock in the morning. Then let me get live for you guys because we need to do that daily live. So I will say this. Today we're talking about MRB and the concept of MRB, and I think it's super important to project this idea, especially if this is what we're doing. I love the downtown. So MRB is obviously making reality better. It didn't always start off as something like that. It started off as a group of anti-authority, reckless kids, kind of just looking for some community, looking for something to kind of belong to. And it was Moore Road Bandits, or like the Moore Road Brotherhood. And it really was myself and another individual who passed away in 2017, and we both lived on Moore Road. And after he passed away in 2017, I decided that I wanted it to be something more than just some reckless kids doing some stupid stuff. So making reality better became the idea, and I think it was always this idea of starting with yourself and expressing yourself and bettering yourself every single day to be the inspiration to motivate other people to make reality better. You know, it also was this idea of unconditional love being the driving force of consciousness and our experiences in the world. And I think that was super important to understand that, like, you know, the all-encompassing omnipotence couldn't know itself without the separation experience to each of our unique apertures of being, you know. So we had to be the unique apertures that we are and express ourselves unconditionally, and realize that every single day we needed to make ourselves a little bit better and try a little bit harder to do something a little bit more to push ourselves out of the boundaries and kind of these concepts that we've been talking about every single day. So a lot of times it's not about perfection, it's about this raw uncutness of awareness of who you are, where you stand, and what you're trying to achieve and where you're trying to go, and knowing that the concept of MRB is playing out every single day within yourself, and you're always trying to project this idea outwardly to get people to think for themselves, like, hey man, I'm trying to do the best for myself, so maybe you should try to do the best for yourself, and we can see what the world becomes because of that. It's not about refusing numbness, it's about acknowledging the fact that things are not perfect and that we need to escape the numbness. And like we said, it's about making reality better, one step, one action, one thought, one motion at a time, baby steps, one individual thing. So it might not be a huge transformation today, but I think if we all took this concept tomorrow and started doing it right now as soon as we could, tomorrow could be a different day. So the world changes through individual awakenings. That's what's also in my notes. And I think that's super important, because if we all have this individual awakening, we can piggyback each other and use each other to hold on to remind ourselves that, hey, I didn't start doing this for nothing, and that we can all build the momentum together to make something better. Got one more note to look at. And my last note, my last little thing here was, maybe we're not meant to escape reality. We're not meant to drown reality out and shut all the noise out, but we're meant to make it better. And we're meant to look at ourselves truthfully in the mirror and say, I got to do X, Y, and Z and do something different. So I think I'll just keep it short and sweet for you guys here. And just know that MRB, I'm out here trying every single day to try to do something different, to try to still, you know, invest in my humanity as an individual and try to express that in the world. And I think it's super important that if you can find that within yourself, to do that for other people in your life, whether they've wronged you or whatever, and you can still say, hey man, I know we're both humans, and if you ever need anything, I'm still here. Whether they tell you to go fuck yourself or not, doesn't matter, because you're trying to elevate and do something that's beyond what you're capable of in the now moment. So I'll leave you with that, and as always, make reality better.